Imagine wanting to become an influencer more than anything in the world, but you don't want to be just any regular ordinary influencer. You want to be an influencer who makes content that appeals to women and only women. So you grab a cutting board, a knife, a fruit, and start recording and pretending to cut up the apple that is currently on that cutting board, all while flexing your muscles and tattoos and revealing disgusting secrets about men. Meanwhile, the disgusting secrets about men that you are talking about in your videos are absolute bullshit that no man has ever done in his entire fucking life. All while putting every single man in existence down while putting yourself on a pedestal and flexing your muscles and tattoos to the fucking camera. That is the life of a TikToker that I recently found myself in the middle of a TikTok beef with, who goes by the name of Montaigne on TikTok. However, what's so funny about Montaigne to me is that nobody actually calls Montaigne Montaigne. They actually call him the Cuddy board guy. Now you may be wondering, why do they call Montaigne the Cuddy board guy? Well, this man Montaigne has one of the funniest backstories in the entire history of TikTok influencers I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've been making content on TikTok since the year 2024, and I've never seen a man quite this embarrassing ever. Now, one day, our good friend Montaigne was getting so much hate on the internet that he decided to release his very own rap song addressing the hate. He thought it would be the best possible way he could respond to all of the criticism he was facing on TikTok, and this is how it went.
A ton of hate comments, and I just want to formally ask you to please stop. Step one, I never get tired of the hate. You gotta be good before you ever be great. And I know the hate comments only happen cause they boy.
As you can see, rather than this dude saying, because they are bored in his rap song, he said the words, cut a board. And this would be one of the many grave mistakes that our good friend Montaigne would make throughout his entire career as an influencer on social media. Now, this may not seem like that big of a deal, and you may be asking yourself, what the fuck is wrong with him just putting on a fake accent and saying cut a board rather than because they're bored? Well, people took to the internet and started blasting him for putting on this fake performative accent, and because this became such a huge situation on TikTok, people started flooding his comments with cut a board. It got so bad recently that he had to turn his TikTok comments off on his videos, and it seems like he even blocked out the word cut a board in his comments entirely, because if you scroll through his most recent comments, you will not see the words cut a board anywhere. However, prior to him blocking the words cut a board from his comment section, that is all you would see. Cut a board everywhere. And one day, this guy caught the attention of, well, myself. And I decided to make a little skit poking fun at him, which I thought was absolutely fucking hilarious at the time. And I titled it POV, Dudes Who Make Their Entire Personality About Pandering to Women. Now, this skit was very obviously targeted at our good friend Montaigne, and he saw the skit, left a nice little comment on my video. Thank you very much, Montaigne, if you're watching this video. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. And then decided to make a video about me where he just made up a bunch of fucking lies, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. He's probably cheating on you, and he probably thinks you're repulsive. Here.
Oh, hey, do you want to hear another absolutely disgusting secret about men?
So that was the cut a board guy responding to my video, and I just have a couple things that I would like to say in response to him, because this dude is just bullshitting out of his ass, and it's fucking hilarious to me, man. First and foremost, he says that he encountered me at a bar when I was with like 5 or 6 of my friends, laughing at him in a corner.
Point number 2, this kid actually who made that video tried to pull up on me one time in person while he was with 5 or 6 of his friends, and then when I stood up and just said, what's going on? He keeps staring at me. He proceeded to go move to a table further away at this bar and continue pointing and laughing and looking on their phone.
First of all, I've never been to a bar in my entire life. I just turned 21, so I just had the ability to go to bars like very, very recent. And even though I just recently turned 21 and had the ability to go to bars, I've never gone to a bar. So this dude making up a story saying that he's seen me in person with like 5 other people giggling and snickering at him is is just straight up fucking bullshit, and it's frying me. Then this dude goes on to say that the video I made making fun of him was the best video I had this month, which is also more bullshit, because if you look at my video, literally 2 videos before that has 6.5 million views. That video with 6.5 million views is literally 10 times bigger than the skit I made making fun of the cut A board guy. And I made that skit this month. So not only did he just tell 2 lies to try and deflect, he's just pulling shit out of his ass, bro. You want to hear another disgusting secret about men? Men who pander to women don't actually care about the woman they're pandering to and will lie on anybody's name who criticizes them. What the fuck are we doing, brother? You are such a cornball! Oh my god! Now, after he decided to release this video in response to the skit that I made poking fun at him, he decided that it would be a great idea to make a video in response to my skit and just fucking lie his ass off the entire time. And what's so funny about this fake story that he decided to tell on his TikTok? This shit literally never fucking happened. I recently just turned 21, so I haven't been to very many bars throughout my lifetime. I actually haven't been to any bars at all. I've never been to a bar in my entire life. Even though I just recently had the ability to go to bars, I don't have very many friends, so I don't really have anybody to go to bars with. And I also live quite literally like in the middle of nowhere. I live in Omaha, Nebraska, bro. So unless this dude lives in the middle of fucking nowhere as well, but fuck Omaha, Nebraska, and saw me maybe at like a restaurant or something and is just like remembering the setting wrong completely, he's just completely bullshitting out of his ass, because I've never been to a bar ever. So this dude literally just pulled out a bunch of lies to try and fuel his performative male ego, all while lying on another man to try and put himself on a fucking pedestal. How ironic. It's almost like he hasn't been doing that his entire fucking career. And people are just finally now realizing how fucking embarrassing this guy is, and how embarrassing his content is, and how fucking cringe this guy is. Because if you're going to make a video in response to me, at least say some truths. My TikTok videos aren't very funny, I'm kind of a cornball, and I'm also kind of a loser. He should have just went for the ad hominem attacks and attacked my persona. Why the fuck did he just have to bullshit? And if you're going to play the game of making up fake allegations, why make up fake allegations of seeing me at a fucking bar? That's the best you could do. Usually when people make up fake allegations, they're making up like fake SA allegations and like fake pedophile allegations. Some of the worst allegations you could possibly make up ever. But nah, this dude just wanted to bullshit to try and fuel his own ego, and furthermore, pander to women. What a fucking chud, bro. Oh my god. And it didn't take long for our good friend Montaigne to realize that he was making an absolute ass out of himself by telling a bunch of lies about another man on the internet, so he quickly decided to delete his video, which was another grave mistake, because a bunch of other creators started making videos about the cut A board guy as well, and it basically turned into a whole new situation where he once again turned himself into the laughingstock of the internet. How many times can one man do this throughout his career? Now, it's okay to have an incident like this maybe once or twice, because people make mistakes and everybody's human. But it seems like Montaigne makes these mistakes literally every single day with every single video he makes, because every single video he makes is him putting other men down to put himself on a fucking pedestal. Why? To fuel his own fucking ego, so as many 40-year-old millennial chicks will hit him up in his TikTok DMs and try and get with him, I guess. Now, I do believe our good friend Montaigne has made videos with his girlfriend as well. I believe he is in a relationship, so it's very odd that he makes this style of content where he's pandering to other women, flexing his muscles and his tattoos, obviously trying to like fuel his own ego and make himself seem like one of the most attractive people possible. Meanwhile, this dude's like in the midst of a relationship. Like, if I was this dude's girlfriend, I would be fucking pissed, dude. I would just break up with the guy. One, because he's an absolute fucking embarrassment of a human. And two, he literally makes content that panders to other women so other women think he's like hot and will go into his DMs and leave comments being like, oh my God, baby, you're so sexy and handsome and your muscles are so big and your tattoos are so gorgeous. Please sweep me off my feet and marry me. Oh my God. Meanwhile, literally no female who has ever watched a cut a board video has ever said that about the cut a board guy. They just turn this guy into the laughingstock of the internet because that's what he is. A hilariously performative male who embarrasses himself with every single fucking video he makes. How can one man stoop this low? How is this even fucking possible, man? And there are so many other performative men all over TikTok that make this style of content that just like basically panders to women. Meanwhile, these creators who are making this style of content don't care about the woman they are pandering to whatsoever. They just care about fueling their own ego and getting as many views on these short form social media apps as they possibly can. It's some of the most performative, embarrassing shit, and I'm so glad that people are finally waking up to how absolutely ridiculous this style of content is and how absolutely ridiculous creators like this are. Because seriously, what the fuck are you doing if your entire content is pandering to women and acting like you go through these events that women go through? Because there are many events that women go through on a daily basis throughout their lives that are absolutely tragic, and try and relate to that when you have absolutely no relation to these subjects whatsoever. You're just some random fucking guy on the internet trying to get 40-year-old moms to hop on your penis and start bouncing on that shit erratically. That shit's not going to work, brother, and it obviously hasn't. But this guy won't stop making content. He's still going every single day, uploading this content where he panders to women. And the most recent video he uploaded was him like pretending to have depression.
This is day 57 of documenting what it's like to have clinical depression. Oh my God. I'm currently off my
This dude can't deal with the slightest, littlest, tiniest bit of criticism of character. Because when a regular, ordinary content creator faces criticism on the internet, what do? They take that criticism at face value and they reinvent themselves as a content creator and try and take that criticism to become a better content creator. But our buddy Montaigne seems to completely forget the fact that pivoting your content and starting a new genre of content is something that fucking exists. This dude just acts like that is completely impossible when it's very possible. If you want to stop being the laughingstock of the internet, stop being so fucking embarrassing and stop being so easy to point at and laugh at. It's really not that fucking hard. Get it through your fucking head, oh my God. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's just all I wanted to say about this absolutely atrocious fucking cornball. Because seriously, how can one's man content even possibly stoop this fucking low? It's ridiculous.